that they might not thought of. So for example, I gave out somebody earlier was read. You know, people probably look at read and think they have to be a doctor or a nurse. No, you can work at read in marketing, you can work at read as IT, human resource, maintenance. So there's so many more jobs, and we want to try to get this through to all these students that a lot of these companies offer what they are going to go to school for or the career they're choosing. It's not just what they might think of when they see the name. The career fair days and times, this year we're going to offer it in a 2-day event. Reason being is because we have over 1,100 students, which is amazing turnout. The location is at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. It will be in the Coleman Center, which is where all the career fair booths of all of our businesses will be. The career fair workshops will be in the Expo Hall, which formerly Tom Raper building. Most of you that are working in the Expo Hall, just a reminder, you're on concrete all day. Well, actually both buildings, you're on concrete all day. Wear tennis shoes if you're allowed, dress comfortably, so that way you're comfortable for a long time. Inside the workshop in the Coleman Center, we will have volunteers in there to help the booth set up. They will begin to arrive Wednesday morning. So just kind of a little information on that. Staff will be there, volunteers will be there to direct them. On Wednesday, February 22nd, those are only going to be the Richmond students. We have roughly 500 students from the junior and senior class, and that's why we had to break it up in 2 days. There was no way for us to get 1,100 kids in one day in and out with coming to school, getting off the bus, and having back to school to go home on the bus, so 2 days. On Thursday, that'll be all other Wayne County schools and National Trail. So we're expecting to see between 6 schools, 550 students. On Wednesday, Richmond students will start arriving to Expo Hall around 8:40. What they will do is start off with the first impression seminar with Eastern Indiana Works. Wayne Williams and Ashley Williams, they will be doing a presentation, a seminar like. They're going to go over the do's and don'ts of hiring, so that'll be really fun to listen to. What we'll do is we'll bring him back, and the seniors will be seated on one side, juniors on another, and this will be in the south end of the Expo Hall. The juniors will then take an assessment called True Colors. The seniors will then take, well, I take that back. The seniors will have already taken their career interest survey before they arrive. Once they're done with all of this, then they will be released to both sides of the building. The True Colors will be on the northwest side of the Expo Hall, and the seniors will be on the northeast side of the Expo Hall. Once the juniors take their True Color assessment, they're going to do that at their seats. That's a little bit different this year. What we're going to do is have a folder under each of their chairs, and to kind of save time from moving them from the seminar and then over take a assessment and then to disperse them where they should go, we think this might help with a little more time. So Leslie Bolzer on Wednesday, she will talk to the juniors as a group, explain to them how to take the assessment, and then we'll have True Color helpers around the volunteers and just answer those questions from those students. The seniors will do the same. We're going to leave them out on the floor beside the juniors, and Melissa Davis will lead that, and she'll just kind of go over the survey those students took, what to expect when they go out to the career interest floor to speak to the speakers. On Thursday, it starts a little bit later. The students won't start arriving until 9:00 a.m. Again, it's the same setup, first impressions. Juniors will do True Colors, seniors will do the career interest survey. What to expect. Nearly 1,100 students and staff will be participating in the 2 days. What I really want to stress to the volunteers is if you feel there's an issue with a student, behavioral, for example, if there's an issue, please do not think you have to take care of that. Please reach out to one of us chamber members, or if you see a school staff member, reach out to them, let them discuss it and handle it with those students. I don't want any volunteers to think it's their job to have to reprimand or deal with the students. The students will they will participate in a presentation, like I said earlier, in 2 workshops. Once they're done, they go inside the Coleman Center for the career fair floor. Again, the goal of this event is to help students understand career opportunities, not to hire. This is discussion I had with the career fair booths. They might find some wonderful part-time employees, but again, this isn't a career fair. Goals for you. Again, I would dress comfortably. If you have business logo, I would suggest you wear that. Be interactive, talk to these kids. If you see them standing around, try to engage them, try to have some conversations, try to direct them to where they should go. I also will encourage you to take both the assessments, the True Color and the Career Interest Survey. I think if you take that, it will help you understand more of what the kids are going to be seeing and to have better discussions with them. We will have name tags for everyone. And after you take the True Color assessment to find out what color you would be, we will give you a color sticker as well to go on your name tag. And again, that just helps icebreakers with the students when you find some that have the same color as you. First impressions, again, Eastern Indiana works with Wayne Williams and Ashley Williams. They're going to go over the do's and don'ts of interviewing, how to answer and ask interview questions, a lot of hot topics, social media, what not to do on social media. We know the youth like social media, so kind of give them some insight of what they should not be doing on it. If you get there early and have an opportunity, I would slide in to listen to one of their seminars, speeches. It's really good. Then we have the True Colors. This is what the juniors will take. Basically, it is a personality assessment. It will give them a choice of one of the 4 colors that we have listed. And it will just kind of show them their personality. It'll show them what kind of jobs would interest them by their personality. I'm not sure if everyone's been involved in this part of it, but if you have not, I would take the assessment and see what color you are. The True Color schedule. So this is for the True Color volunteers that will be helping with this. I kind of made a slide for each section so everybody could go back and relate to it. So on Wednesday, if you're in the True Colors, I have you arriving at 8:45. Again, reminder, wear comfortable shoes if you're allowed. This just will allow you time to explore the expo hall and just kind of look at everything and see what's going on, prepare you a little better. Again, we'll know what color you are. We can apply your color sticker. And deciding which table, or not, really won't be a round table, it'll be an easel. So kind of decide where you'll be located at. Leader for Wednesday will be Leslie Bolser, and underneath it I have all the volunteers listed. If you come across that I have you on the wrong day or you're not able to, please just send me a message and I can get that corrected. We might, since Richmond is such a big number, we may need more than I have listed as volunteers. So if you're on the career fair floor as a volunteer and you can come in earlier and would like to help, we would take your assistance. What to expect. Again, the juniors will remain in their seats after the first impression seminar. They will take their assessment. It will be beneath their chair. What we'll do is have everyone I listed above as a volunteer just walk around, help them with the questions, directions, make sure they're doing the assessment correctly. Once they know their colors, we'll have the True Color volunteers give them that sticker and have them place it on their shirt. Once they know their color, then they will be directed to the northwest side of the building of the expo hall, and you'll see everything once you get there. There'll be True Color easels set up, and that's where those students will have discussions. Again, it's just a personality test. It just kind of helps direct them. Explanation of the colors. There will be 3 sets of True Color poster boards. So there'll be 3 areas and there'll be 4 colors at each area. I would say approximately 10 to 15 students will come to the poster board for those conversations. 1 volunteer at each poster board for a discussion. On Wednesday, the day should conclude around 10:20 for you. Once you're completed, the students will then go inside to the Coleman Center. On Thursday, it's basically the same information I just said, so I won't repeat it all. This time, you don't need to arrive till around 9 o'clock a.m. It lists the session times for each group that's coming through. On Thursday, Brenda is going to be the leader. Again, I listed all the volunteers' names there. And also the same thing, if there's any career fair floor workers that are able to help out and want to, feel free to come to the True Colors. What to expect, same thing, once they know their colors. Only difference on Thursday is we will have a break, or you will have a break, lunchtime. It'll be around 10:30 to 12 o'clock. That will be inside the Coleman Center in the kitchen. We'll have food there. If you have any dietary restrictions, please let me know. Okay, then the other part of the expo hall is the career interest survey. What this is only going to be for the seniors. Last year, the juniors took the True Color assessment and we do not want them to do it again. So we've come up with a new idea for just the seniors. What they will do is take their career interest survey. It will list the top 3 choices by the assessment. And then out on the floor, we're going to have 17, I know it says 15, but we're going to break it down to 17. And there'll be 17 interest speakers in different sectors of the business. So say engineering, sales and marketing. There's quite a few in there. And we will have people specialized in that career field, and they will have the one-on-one human piece with these students, kind of just going over what to expect in this job, this line of duty. What do they do? Maybe what does their first year look like versus their 15th or 20th year in this position? Maybe some other places in Wayne County that they could have jobs at with what they do. So just a lot of good interaction. And again, it's not a presentation, it's just a conversation between you and the seniors. Right here, I have listed the career interest speakers. So these are all the departments, or I'm sorry, all the sectors that we will be covering. So when they take their career interest survey, this will show them, are they interested in art, agriculture, arts, human services? So it kind of just lists out all those sectors we'll have there. And beside it, you can see that who the career interest speakers will be for those 2 days. At the bottom of this, Wednesday, you do not need to arrive till about 9:15. You'll have one group that will come through and they'll be there about 9:40 to 10:10. On Thursday, again, you don't need to arrive till about 9:10. The session times are broke out there as well. There's 3 sessions. And I would be prepared. The first impressions could always get done sooner or could be a few minutes later. So I would say, just be prepared. It might not be at 9:30, it might be 9:25, it might be 9:35. So give or take a few minutes. These are the session times we have set. The career interest speaker, I kind of just hit on all that. Once they get done, speak with Melissa Davis. She will then release them. They will find their tables with those groups, those sectors that they will speak to. Each table will have a sign in the center and it'll be up high. So when the students come out, they can see it above everybody's heads. That way they can go find the table to sit and have those discussions. We're going to allow 10 minutes to have conversations with the students. And then Melissa will be timing it, and then she will tell you when to switch, or getting down to 1 minute left, 2 minutes left, something like that. This way, the students have an opportunity to speak to 2 of the 3 of their top choices. Let's see. I have sent out to some of the career interest speakers 13 different subject topics, and I'll send that out to everyone else, make sure everyone gets it. But just kind of give you some ideas of what to be prepared to talk about with the students. Again, you guys might have some other ideas. You guys might have some other conversation pieces you want to touch on, and that is fine. Again, it was just to try to give some ideas of what to speak about. Again, this is not a presentation. This is a comfortable setting. We want the kids to engage with you. We want them to have conversations. We want them to ask questions. And another thing I thought of was you might want to decide ahead of time if you want the students to have Q&A with you at the end of your conversation or maybe throughout. Sometimes when you say something, they might have a question, but it also can get off subject. So be prepared. You do it in between to rein them back in, because we all know how kids can be kind of squirrely.
If I've got a question on that slide, would you like me to hold it to the end?
Which, say that again.
So would you like me to hold questions to the end, or
yeah,
can I ask now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll wait till the end. Once everybody's done in the expo hall, then they will go over to the First Bank Coleman Center. What they will do is they will begin in the lobby. We have volunteers. Again, I listed the names. Lynette is going to speak to all the students as they come into the lobby. She will give them all the directions of what's going to happen on the career fair floor. That way they understand what to expect. The students will be greeted. They will receive rules to a bingo game, a student pick ticket. We decided this year to do something fun with them, and every student will get a ticket and they will get to place it at the favorite booth. So each booth will have some kind of container, and we just wanted to kind of honor the booths, but we wanted the students to pick it as well, kind of see what their thoughts were. The students will have a cinch bag with a pin, a bingo card, and a ticket. And again, I have beside each person who will be volunteering. Students will then be released to the career fair floor and then be greeted by the career fair floor volunteers. For the career fair floor, just a few side notes. We will divide into two sides of the Coleman Center, so that way the students can flip back and forth. The chamber, we will have a table towards the center. That way, if you ever have any questions or you need direction, please feel free to come to us at the table. Try to make us in a location that's easiest for you. Expect 200, 250 students at a time. The students will have a bingo card, so you might have to remind them, oh yeah, make sure you get that out so you can get a prize at the end. We will be having a drawing with those bingo cards before the students leave for them to win some prizes. And the students will have their tickets for favorite booths, so you might want to remind them, have you picked your favorite booth? Have you seen this booth over here, or which one did you think was exciting? Just some conversation to have with those students. Again, we're encouraging conversations about the career development and career pathways. And we will also have local higher education institutions. They will also be there, so you can direct students that way if they have questions, or if they're at a booth and they recommend a certain career pathway and they want to go talk to one of those higher education places. The career fair floor, again, I just kind of try to put as much detail as I could in here for everyone. When to arrive on Wednesday. I put Sherry as the leader. She's been doing it for a long time, so she has a lot of knowledge. So any questions, please feel free to ask Sherry. What to expect. You're just going to walk around, help direct students to booths by their sticker color or asking what their top interest sectors are. A reminder about the bingo. Reminder about the student pick a favorite booth. On Wednesday, the career fair floor will conclude at 11:20. Here's Thursday's career fair floor. Basically, it's all the exact same thing. The volunteers listed, what to expect, and break lunch will be provided between 11:30 and 12:30. On lunch for Thursday, we are providing that thanks to Eastern Indiana Works, and Harrington Hoke Insurance will be providing Jimmy John's, and then we'll have bottled water for throughout the facility for everybody. Again, if there's any dietary restrictions, please be sure to send that to me so that way I know that you get a lunch. And again, I put the volunteers that will be helping with this section as well. What's to follow? What I'm going to do is expect an email from me by Monday. I'm going to include in this email the school career fair schedule, so you can kind of see what schools are coming in, what times, how many students we're expecting in each group. I'm going to send out the True Color assessment with the description of what those 4 colors are. So that way you can take the assessment and see what color you would list under. And I'm going to send out the career interest assessment as well. So again, you can take the assessment and kind of see the questions that we're asking. And again, it just gives you guys conversations to have, understanding a little bit more of what our students are seeing. And I'll also send out all 13 topic discussion points that I have. Again, if you have others, the career interest speakers, by all means, you guys can use what you have. All right, I think I covered a lot. Questions?
If you have a student who would like to stick around and ask further questions, so their time's up, how would you like us to facilitate that?
We probably need to look at getting one of the students or the school chaperones, Melissa Vance. She will be out there as the floater, so that might be something I can talk to her about and have her, watch that area and make sure that student gets from where they're at to where they need to be with their group. I just don't want to lose anybody in transit or get separated from the school. So, but yeah, I can look into that and make sure.
Okay, and then Bridget had asked, and I gave it a thumbs up, if we could get a link to the true color assessment.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to send that out. Yep.
I thought I heard you say that you'd send out how to read it, but I wasn't sure if you were sending the actual assessment too. So just clarifying. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to send out the assessment, and then I'll even send out the descriptions of what's in each color. So that way you guys can see that too.
Chantal, Lisa, I've got a quick question.
Yes.
I saw that I'm going to be doing true colors, which I've done before, but it's been a long time. So I apologize if I missed this, if you talked about it. But are the kids going to cycle through each color, did you say? So you're going to, like, if they're in orange, they're going to visit orange, but even the blues, the greens will all visit as well?
I think what we've decided was we're going to do just one for now.
Okay.
We're trying to provide more information with those colors, so that way there's more to discuss with them. With the time frame, it might take too long, or might not have enough time to get to 2 colors. So we're looking at just doing one, and that could change once we get there and start seeing how things are working.
Well, and I was looking at the schedule. Is it 20 minutes per group then?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason we were saying one is because once they take the assessment, that's going to take them a few minutes. And then once
it's part of that time.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, that's what, no, I didn't really pin that in there. So, but yeah, they're going to take the assessment and then come to the discussion at the easel.
And again, there's no real, in times I've done it in the past, it's kind of like a wing it. I mean, you just kind of go through and talk about different things. Is that the same setup? There's no structure?
I think the way it is like the easels will have the descriptions of what goes with each color personality. And then there's also, it kind of gives you like the strengths, the needs, the joys, your action verb. I mean, so it kind of has some different things to speak about. Okay. And I apologize, I wasn't at last year, so this is all new to me too, but that's just how I'm taking it. And that's something I can speak with Leslie about.
In the past, the True Colors folks, they would identify, I'm a blue, and they would start at blue, but then they would rotate to the other colors and learn about them so that they would know how to interact with those types of personalities. I think this time, just because of the limited time and the feedback from last year was that we needed to provide more time on the career fair floor. Right. On the good side, more of our businesses are interactive there, but that also takes more time for the students. So we want to give them the best experience on the career fair floor. So we tried to shorten things to make sure we didn't minimize that career fair side. So with that, what we were thinking is that if you are talking to the students that are a blue, you could talk about really focus in first on what career matches go along with that personality type or traditionally do. There's, it's not black and white. And I think that's something that we need to make sure we convey too. Traditionally, this type of personality fits really well with nursing, or this type of personality fits really well with engineering. But when all is said and done, it's not black and white. And
Right.
then if you have extra time after you talk through the things that are on the board, you can talk about how do you think you'd interact with someone that is this type of personality. So if you have extra time to kill, I'd say go ahead and do that without the kids rotating. Is that fair, Chantel?
Yes. And I was just thinking, listening to this conversation, that I'm going to try to come up with a list of the businesses that will be there on the floor and try to put those with some of those colors. So that way you can discuss that with them. When they go in, they should really go look at this booth, or, you know, this business would be with this color. So maybe we can even coordinate that somehow together.
Okay.
I have a question for the speakers. I know you don't want it to be a presentation or have slides. You want it to be more, interactive in a discussion, but should we have any kind of handouts ready for at the end, or any kind of information to provide them, and it's fine either way. I just want to be prepared to bring what I might need to bring.
Totally up to you, Julie.
Okay.
Yeah, totally up to you. And I
Thank
know
you.
someone put in the chat about getting contact information. I think if the students want to give you their contact information, that's probably fine. But we're not going to make them give their contact information, if that makes sense. If it happens naturally, great.
Let's Stacia. Quick question. I noticed that the section that you have Tracy and myself in is business administration, and we were prepared to speak specifically on the financial industry. Is that going to create an issue?
I didn't understand you. I apologize. I couldn't hear you really well.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
It's a little echoey, Stacia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. Right now you have Tracy and myself listed in business administration, and she and I were prepared to speak about the financial industry. Is that going to create an issue?
No, the way the sectors worked out when they do the assessment, finance is with that portion of it. It's just that's what the sector name is called, so we left it that way, but it is the finance part.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure I'm speaking about the right.
We'll let you talk about whatever you want. Any other questions? If you have questions, feel free to send them to me.
I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that are donating your time. We know it's valuable and you have a lot going on. So
Yes.
thank you for spending a day and a half with us and investing in our future workforce. I know the students are going to have a really incredible experience through this, and hopefully our outcome, our ROI is going to be that they choose to have a long-term career here someday. So we appreciate you helping with that.
Yes. And again, if you have questions, please send them to me. Save the date, just let you guys all know, Thursday, April 13th is our hiring fair. I will need volunteers, so please feel free to let me know if you're interested and I'll give you the information. We'll be sending registration out after all this. Speaking of volunteers and needing help, I forgot to mention, I plan on setting up on Tuesday, the 21st. So if anybody has any time around noon on the 21st and you want to come help set up about 600 chairs, 100 tables, I will take all the help you want to give. So if you want to help on the 21st, let me know. Again, echo what Melissa just said. Thank you. I mean, without everyone jumping in and helping out, our students would not get this opportunity, and this is a really amazing opportunity for them. So thank you again. And if no one has any questions or anything else, I will let you go back to your workday, and I will be sending out emails, and send me anything you have. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
I was about to hit end for all and everybody jumped off. So
Yeah, I can't remember if I could